Good morning. It's Mel with Melville Acres on the porch for a minute. I'm trying to find a shade spot real quick. I'm walking around just looking at stuff, and I thought I'd take you guys with me. Let's take a walk. Okay, so this right here is my beautiful mandevilla right here on the porch. This sits on the south side of the porch. It's a really beautiful hot sun, and apparently it likes that. And there's my little Texas aloe vera. Here's some more aloe vera. And my crazy amaranth growing out the side of that pot like a little palm tree. I've got wisteria growing like crazy. There's lots of little buds, so we're going to get some blooms from that. My lilac has grown exponentially just, in the last couple of weeks. Looks like the amaranth is hugging it. There we go. Look at all of these honeysuckle blooms. I mean, this thing had nothing on it 2 days ago. That's wonderful. But look at this grass. Oh my God. Here is a job number one for today. As soon as this dew gets through, then I'm bringing the tractor out here and get control of my yard again. I mean, it's crazy, but it's beautiful right now. The sun is shining and it's just sparkling, and all of these sunflowers that were planted by the birds are going to be harvested today. I know the goldfinches are going to be a little bit bummed about that, but you can see, like this one, for example, see all those seeds. These heads have tons of seeds, and I'm going to harvest them, dry them for the chickens for winter. During the cold days when they have to maybe stay inside the coop or something, then they all get to have some sunflower heads, and they'll spend time just pecking out those seeds by themselves, and that'll be a good thing to keep them busy so they don't peck each other. Chickens are vicious. You might not think so, but oh my goodness, they're teaching me. So this one comes out. Now these with the white bags are mine. I don't want the birds to eat those. I want to keep all those seeds for myself and replant next year. But I'm sharing most of them. Look at the hummingbird up there. I just love those guys. This is my medicinal stuff. I come out here every morning and make sure there's enough water on all of this, the flowers and the medicinal herbs, and this area right here, which I think is just beautiful. Everything gets lots of love and care. Now the last 10 days to 2 weeks, really, we've had so much heat that I'm not out here mowing at all. It just hasn't happened. Look at this beautiful thing. My gosh, there's so many blooms. Beetles are finding it. You can see that. Let me see over here. Oh, pretty. This side's done a lot today. And the bees just love it. They're just so beautiful. Look at that. So there's a lot to do. Just look at how tall the grass is. It's seriously unreal. So yesterday I was trying to weed when the clouds finally came through and we had a little bit of rain. It cooled things down. So I came over here and I did this whole side over here because it was pretty bad. I got like 4 5-gallon buckets of dandelions. I mean, the 95% of what I pulled out of here were dandelions. So they went to the chickens, and the chickens are very happy about that. Then the geese love them. And I keep a compost bin in the chicken coop and the chicken yard, and usually the geese don't pay much attention to the compost, but that's where I put the dandelions, and they were gathered around it yesterday. So that was kind of cool. And now there's cats everywhere. Look at these guys. That's a brother and sister. Anybody want farm cats? I got them. Free. Free farm cats. Hercules stays. The rest are up for grabs. So here is the chicken area, but here's the amaranth and sunflowers. It's interesting how some got so tall and some didn't. But here we've got 7 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot, 9 foot. They're beautiful. Look at those sunflowers. This one here is the chocolate covered cherry, which I just love. And then I don't know what that tall one's going to be. Probably more like this. So cool. And then you can see the amaranth right here starting to develop the grains at the tops of each plant. It's just beautiful. So the amaranth will be harvested as well as those sunflower heads for winter so that they've got some treats in the winter time, and they appreciate that. And it came from the soil that the chickens composted for me in that compost bin right there next to the coop. So it all comes around full circle eventually. Hi, Gare. Hi, Gare Bear. Look at this crazy grass everywhere. It's just a mess. The armadillo was here again last night. Got to get a grip on that animal, get it out of my garden. It just tears everything up. It climbs right into the garden beds. Here, I can see it right now. Oh, look at this mess. All these giant holes. Lots of spider webs. I just went right through one. Okay, isn't this beautiful though? Look at the cucumber just spilling out everywhere. I love it when it follows the arch, makes a little tunnel, but this is still just beautiful. Spilling it down onto the ground everywhere. The spider, we've had lots of blister beetles this year, so we have a large spider population. They're really the only ones who will take care of those blister beetles, so I have to be okay with that, even though I'm not okay with spiders. They just creep me out, seriously. Look at these flowers in the garden. Some are volunteer. These zinnias came up on their own. This amaranth came up on its own. So cool. My mandevillas are doing very well. This yellow one doesn't seem to vine like the red and the white, but it sure does have a lot of blooms on it. Look at all those blooms. It's just beautiful. And the white one, see how it vines up that little trellis? That looks so much more organized. Either way, I love mandevillas. Here's some of the peppers. Now, I set my coffee down. These peppers, for some reason, it's the pepper boxes and the beans that are being hurt most by the armadillo when it comes in at night. Look at you can see that it got to the bottom of these beans. These beans have struggled, but they're finally coming up the vine, up the trellis. So hopefully, if we can just keep the roots in some dirt, then hopefully we'll get beans. Lots of peppers in here. They're just not ready yet. They have to turn. Most of them, I think, will be red. The Ajvarski peppers. I'll show you what that looks like. There they are. So these are really nice looking peppers. They're nice and big. Great for grilling. You can fill them with cream cheese and basil and chives and bacon. Oh my gosh, wrap them up in bacon and put them on the grill. They're amazing. They're very, very tasty peppers, and they will turn red when they're ready. I don't know what kind this is. It's not the same shape. I don't think that's the right color, so I'm not pulling it. I want to make sure that it doesn't have to turn a color. Miranda knows what that is. So this, my favorite pepper right there, the banana pepper. I've got a few plants of the banana peppers here, but I think a lot of them were hurt earlier by the armadillos. Look at these mounds. 2 big mounds of of sweet potatoes that are just merging into the ground. I mean, it's just crazy. It's kind of cool. And I just thought this was beautiful. I love the dew with the morning sunshine on it. It's just so pretty. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I just think it is. This is such a pretty time of day. I just love the whole thing. I love the whole garden. I like to walk around out here first thing in the morning, see what happened overnight. These guys are kind of struggling. I'm gonna come over here and trim them up really good and give them a better chance today. Maybe, well, goodness. Maybe I'll do some of the compost tea from my worm bin. I've got 2 worm bins that I have 1,000 worms in each, which is probably more like double because they're prolific and they're very happy and well fed. So I probably have, 4,000 worms that are providing worm castings, which is basically just poop, that I get to put all over my garden, and it helps to fertilize the soil. Look at this beautiful sunflower with the sun behind it. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Isn't this beautiful? I gotta get in here and start pulling some of these cucumbers. I mean, this year the cucumber harvest has been pretty amazing. We probably will end up with close to 400 cucumbers by the end of this season because it just keeps going and they just keep growing. Here's one right there. But with all the bugs come all the spiders, so I'm not doing this without gloves, and I didn't bring gloves. I just wanted to show you around. Hi, Hercules. What are you doing, baby? Kitty cat. He likes to climb right up me. He's getting a little bit big for that, aren't you, Hercule? So, now I have Hercules hanging out with me. Hi, baby. There he is. There's this darn cat. He just has to be right up front all the time. Hercules, what are you doing? What are you doing, crazy boy? Anyway, hope you enjoyed the garden walk with me this morning. I got to start watering my flowers, and then I got to start mowing. There's a lot of mowing to do. And then it's going to get hot again this week, and then next week we're going to have lots of rain, so I got to get this mowing under control. Okay. Bye, Hercules. Bye, Hercules.